So welcome back guys, and in this video we are going to see the pseudo classes in CSS Selector. Okay, so the pseudo classes in CSS Selector are the first child, the last child, the nth child, and the nth last child. Okay, so let me put a colon over here and then save it. So why pseudo classes are used? Okay, say for suppose you have a parent tag or a parent node. Okay, then, for locating its very first child, for locating its very last child, okay, for locating the, a random nth child from the top, okay, and locating the, random nth child from the bottom, okay, that is why, pseudo classes are used, okay, for locating the child elements of a particular parent tag, okay. So let me first show you what I'm talking about. Okay, if you have seen the last video, you are getting me. Okay, but if you have opened this video randomly, then there can be a problem for you to understand what I'm saying. Okay, so let me first show you what I am talking about. So if I open the salesforce.com or the developer.salesforce.com start my free trial page and inspect this particular employee drop down, then we will see a select tag, and if I open the select tag, I'll see option tag. You can see here. Okay, so this particular select tag is parent tag and having various child tags, right? Here we have child tags, and since all these child tags are at the same level, they are the sibling, right? They are the sibling of each other, right? So this is the parent, these are the child. So in order to select the first child of this particular select tag, we will use the first child, okay? In order to select the last child of this particular parent, okay, the direct child I'm talking about, okay, the direct child. So the direct children of this particular select tag are this, okay? So in order to select the last child, we will use this particular option tag. In order to select nth child from the top, we will use the nth child, okay? And in order to select the nth child from the bottom, we will use the nth last child. Okay, so this is what I have written, and I will show you live demo over the live website. So first let me read out the points for you. So a CSS pseudo class helps us to select the first, last, nth, and the nth last child of a particular parent tag, right? I have shown you what I mean by this line, right? So the first child gives us the very first element, tag or node. As I said, whenever I say element, tag or node, please understand that these all things are same, because every element has a tag, because every element needs to be coded in form of a tag. That is why it is a web element appearing over the web page. So element is associated with a tag, and tag and node are interchangeably can be said. Okay, so the first child gives us the very first element, tag or node, from the list of all the sibling elements, right? The last child returns the last element from the list of all the sibling elements, as I've shown you. The nth child gives us the nth child from the top of the group of sibling elements, right? I have told you that the nth child will return the nth child from the top of the group of the sibling elements, right? And the nth last child will, this is small, okay? Nth last child will give us the nth last child from the bottom of the group of the sibling elements. So now let me perform and show you how to find this and why this is used. I'll tell you the significance also. So let me go back to this page. So now, as we have already inspected this particular employee drop down over the web page, so now let me press Ctrl F over the windows, and now I will write select. Okay, it vanished. Let me reinspect it. Okay, and I'll write name is equals to company employees, Control C, and I'll create a CSS selector, name is equals to one single inverted comma and then Control V. Okay, so you can see that this particular parent tag got selected. This is one of one, so this is unique, but I need to select the child. So if I provide, look at this carefully, okay, you have to write it in this particular manner only. So if I provide a colon, okay, and then I provide the first child tag, okay, first and then hyphen child, okay, So you can see the first child got selected. Okay, so you do not have to give a space, right? Just a colon and then type first child. So the first child got selected. You can see the first child of this particular parent tag is this option tag, right? Again, if I write here the last child, then you can see the last option tag got selected because this is the last child, right? So if I write here nth and then child and then provide a bracket over here and then provide 1, you can see the first child got selected. If I provide 2, this second child got selected from the top. Okay, mind it, from the top. Again, I'm providing 2 from the top, first, second, it got selected. Okay, again, if I provide 4, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the fourth child from the top, it got selected, right? So if I provide 5, the fifth child from the top got selected. If I write here nth, last, and then child, then if I provide 1, then the first child from the last, okay, from the last of the group of the siblings got selected. Okay, if I provide 3, then the third last child got selected, right? If I provide 5, then the fifth last child got selected from the last count. Okay, and if I provide 6, the child which is sixth from the last, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 got selected, right? So now why this is used? This is basically used in order to locate, a child which has dynamic attribute. Okay, because the dynamic attribute changes with respect to reload or refreshing of the page, right? Or if your child does not has a unique attribute, then you can have a parent node, and with reference to it or with context to it, you can locate the child element. Okay, so this is why we use the the first child, the last child. For example, this particular first child, although it has unique attributes right now, but suppose, think that if this option tag was not having any unique attribute and was having a you know dynamic attribute, say id is equals to any dynamic value, right? Then what would have happened? You would have selected this particular option tag with the help of the parent, right? Like first and then child. So this particular tag got selected. So that is why we use the pseudo classes, the first child, the last child, the nth child, and the nth last child in the Selenium CSS selector. Okay, so I hope that this first child, last child, and nth last child is clear to you. We will meet in the next video. Till then, keep learning and keep watching. Thank you.